fondest holiday greetings to everyone. From everyone here at Getting Nerdy MTG, and by everyone, I mean me, the Possum, the wifey, Coley, and everybody's favorite little asshole, Oxy. Today we got part 2 of the Black Friday spoils. We're looking at Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Now, the local game store had these for the Black Friday deal at $75 a piece. Oddly, though, with the way things are in the Magic market right now, you can get on TCG right now and order this box for right about that price and get literally all of the boxes that you want. I want to say the cheapest I saw the listing for these was like $72. You can find them all day, in that range up to like 80. So looking at it that way, 75 wasn't a huge deal. Definitely not what your standard Black Friday markdown should be. But, it is what it is, as much as I hate it when the wife says that. But definitely applies in this case. Most expensive card in this set is still Meat Hook Massacre, around $44. We've got a land cycle that's around the $5 to maybe $8 range. A few other of the better hits, Adeline Resplendent, I believe it's Resplendent Cathar, if I remember right, sitting around $10. We're going to pause this video for a second because I forgot to look for commons and uncommons. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, made it back. Sorry about that. Possum was not prepared this time. As I was saying, most expensive card being Meat Hook Massacre, around $44. There are 3 uncommons: Play with Fire, Morbid Opportunist, and Fading Hope, that meet our $1 threshold. But no commons, as well as none of the basic lands or tokens in this case. With the last set we opened, the basic lands, and there were a few, or the full art Japanese basic lands, as well as a few of the tokens from that set would have possibly met our $1 threshold. So in this case, we're just going to be looking at rares, mythics, foils, and any of the uncommons that are, like I said, Play with Fire, Morbid Opportunist, or Fading Hope. Go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, we have a pull tab. Let's move you down. Tokens are at the front, apparently. First foil of the pack, got a Cathar Commando. First rare, got the Memory Deluge. No commons or uncommons worth mentioning. Got a Storm the Festival. Now this video should go a little quicker than some of the ones we've done, just because we're not really concerned. Oh yay, it is an ad card. Not really concerned with as many of the cards. Got a showcase Tovalar's Huntmaster. Now, unfortunately, market value of Magic right now, it's still in the tank. Sad, because I've got some stuff that will hopefully one day be worth more money. But the way it's going now, I think pretty much everything just about is dropping. Our first Mythic got the Hostel. Here's our first Fading Hope. Let's say market value about $1. These are very cool basics. When this set first came out, they were worth a little. By a little, I want to say the average one about $1. It may go back up. We've got a Siphon Insight. Another foil in the mounted Dread Knight, a little 5-drop Vampire Knight. Got a Grafted Identity. Day-Night token. The Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow Day-Night became it was one of the showcase mechanics for this set. Excuse me. You got a foil Path to the Festival. Slaughter Specialist. Consider. It's the most expensive common, but I want to say it's now around 70 cents maybe. That is the one common that was over our dollar threshold. And a foil Blood Pact. There's our Adeline Resplendent Cathar. So the regular art I want to say is around $10. I'm not sure about the showcase. Actually run this in my Knights deck. Willow Geist. Now, part of the reason we backed off a little bit on the openings, one is just life in general. Got other things that are more pressing than buying boxes of Magic cards. We've got a Dennick Pious Apprentice. The other thing being that, to put it bluntly, it's hard to not just completely lose everything. No, you don't buy boxes for value, but for me to open a whole lot of boxes, or for me to consistently open boxes, I need to at least get close. and I can lose a little bit on every box, but I can't consistently buy boxes for say $100 a piece and open $40 or $50 worth of value. Life will not allow that. Another mythic, the Sigardian Savior. Return up to 2. I could run this in the Angels deck I'm working on, but I don't think I would. There's just not room for it. Plus, there's not enough in that deck that are mana value 2 or less. Faithful Mending was up there a little bit at one point. So like I said, we're trying to shift more into still trying to get some gameplay videos for Commander. Unsuccessful thus far. I mean, we've gotten the games in. Just getting one actually edited. Running into a lot of issues there, but we are still working on it. As well as I've got some more deck tech stuff coming, that kind of thing. Still going to try to do some openings. A foil mythic in Poppet Stitcher. And a Rim Carolus Stalwart Slayer. I'd like to at some point do some gameplay videos where we show the draft variant known as Winston Draft. It's a lot of fun. It's a good way for 2 people to sit down and play some cards. So that's something that is in the works. Just haven't been able to actually do it yet. Like I said, we still definitely want to get some Commander gameplay on the channel. Got a Suspicious Stowaway. I know we've been promising that for a while. Just we're working on it. It will get there. Another foil, rare, Giza Glorious Resurrector. First from the land cycle, Haunted Ridge. Basically, if this is not one of the first couple of lands you play, it will come in untapped. In the case of Haunted Ridge, it taps for red or black. Got our first Play with Fire. This is around $1.70. Most expensive uncommon in the set. Foil Crawl from the Cellar. Got a Ludovic Necrogenius. Let's see, how do you transform this card? When you do its ability for X, blue, blue, black, black, exile X cards from your graveyard and transform Ludovic. X can't be 0. Activate only as a sorcery. So I'm not sure why you would want to exile a whole bunch, but as this creature transforms into Olag, Ludovic's Hubris, comes a copy of a card exiled with it, except its name is Olag, Ludovic's Hubris. It's a 4/4, and it's a legendary blue and black zombie in addition to its other types. Put a number of 1/1 counters on it equal to the number of creature cards exiled with it. Okay, so that is why you would want to exile a bunch of creatures from your graveyard. This can then be quite large. Now, 2/3 for 2 mana is not horrible anyway. might would go in the zombie deck that at some point I will be building. I say some point because it's been halfway put together for a few years now. Got a Florian Voldaren Scion. But basically I've got a Scarab God deck, partially constructed. Just a little bit of zombie tribal. Pithing Needle. Approximately halfway through the box. Got a foil Village Watch. Another one from that land cycle, Overgrown Farmland. This case taps for green or white. I'd say right now we're probably somewhere in the $20, maybe $25 range. You got a Ghoul Caller's Harvest. Curse of Silence was a reprint in this set. Actually, no, I was thinking of a completely different card. Curse of Silence may or may not have been a reprint. I was thinking of the 1-mana enchantment that only lets players play or cast one non-creature spell per turn. And I'm drawing a blank on what card that actually is right now. Deafening Silence, yes. Falkenrath Pit Fighter. There's our first Morbid Opportunist. You got a full art or a borderless side. Never can remember which is which with these, but Shipwreck Marsh, the blue-black version of that land cycle. Sigarda Champion of Light, or Mythic. Got a Seraph the Viper's Fang. foil Don Hart Mentor, and a Champion of the Perished. This is definitely one that will be going in the zombie deck. Or is that rather, there's already a copy of it sitting there in it. Who knows if or when that deck will ever actually be built. But there's a lot of decent stuff sitting waiting for it. A foil Sun Gold Sentinel for foil rare. Triskaidekaphile is a regular rare. But yeah, when I start putting a commander deck together, it may sit there for years before I finally finish it out. Just because, like I said, there's not really a ton of money to throw at stuff like that. You know, I put the Giada deck together fairly quickly compared to my other stuff, but that's because I already had a lot of it. Got an old Stick Fingers. And I was really wanted to get started playing with it just because I thought it would be a fairly strong deck. You know, don't get me wrong, the zombie one should be pretty decent as well. But, you know, I kind of got a little bit of a soft spot for mono white. It was my first ever commander deck that I built, so I like to prove a point with it. Mono white is supposed to be a very weak type of deck to build. Get a foil Borrowed Time, you know, especially in commander. Shipwreck Marsh, the regular art version. You know, someone says you're not going to be able to build a deck like that. I kind of want to do it and show, well, yeah, you really can. We need one more card that I honestly didn't realize existed until a few days ago for that mono white deck, and at that point we'll show a deck tech of it. Got a Shady Traveler. Gonna Vanquish the Horde. Basically, I took the mono white board wipe tribal deck that you guys may have actually seen the deck tech for. I took it apart and just went straight Angels tribal using Giada. You know, 2-drop Angel that as a commander in a deck with enough Angels, I could see it being fairly quick. Galvanic Iteration. Got another Fading Hope. The Giada deck, it should play fairly fast. It's going to scale rather quickly just because of what the commander does. Like I said, we're going to source out the final card we need for it. Hopefully in the next maybe week or so. Lord of the Forsaken. Now I want to check with the local game stores, see if he happens to have a copy of it. If not, I'll probably go ahead and order it. Got a Augur of Autumn. You guys can feel free to post in the comments what card you think I may be looking for. Little trivia type thing for you. mono white deck that is susceptible to board wipes because it is a creature-based deck, and creatures is how it wins. So there is a white instant from one of the commander sets, I believe, that definitely needs to go in that deck. Reckless Stormseeker. So if you guys think you might know what it is, drop it in the comments and we'll see if anybody gets it right. I will say holding that spot in the deck right now is an unbreakable formation. So if that gives you guys another little hint. Spectral Adversary for a mythic. The adversaries at one point were a little value for this set. Not sure if they are now. I just don't happen to remember what they're sitting at. They were never crazy value. Very nice. You got either the borderless or extended art. We've established that I don't know the difference. But Teferi, who slows the sunset. As a general rule, I hate Teferi. It's not that it's not a good card. It's actually, the Teferi Planeswalkers are typically very powerful. I just hate what Teferi does. It tends to shut down a lot of what I'm trying to do. I have been known to state that all Teferis should be destroyed with fire. And I'm not talking about within the game. You should literally take these cards out and burn them. Again, not saying they're not good. It's just because I hate them. It's kind of a personal thing. I don't typically hold a grudge, but I hate that guy. Lisa Forgotten Angel. And that is it for this box. We're going to throw out a value of... Here's a guess. We'll say $55. And for once, I don't really think I'm that far off. But in any case, that is it for today. Same YouTube stuff. Always welcome new subscriptions. Like, share, comment on the videos. I never mention it, but there's apparently that little bell for notifications, so you'll know when something new is posted. Feel free to do any of that if you like, and we'll talk to y'all next time. Have a good day.